Bazemore. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way. And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011, a 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Kevin Durant. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Bazemore grew up in a small town, Kelford, North Carolina. Clark, less than 300 people.
And a very tight-knit community, as you might expect, Kevin. His uncle owned the local diner, and you see that in his demeanor. Very social, a humble guy. He's really a nice presence in the locker room.
Shooter passes to Splitter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Left side, Westbrook. Pass to Payne. Lets it go from 14. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Pass to Jones. Shoots the 3. The shot is off. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Memphis.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win, because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Schroeder kicks to Scott. In the corner, Bazemore with it. For 3. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his first 3 points of the game. The Thunder with the lead. Right side, Westbrook. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Payne kicks to Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Scott with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. That one goes. Count it. Schroeder's got 5.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now the dish to Westbrook. Got a hand on it. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. That ties the game.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. It's a tie game. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump. The Thunder leading by 3.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
On the court for Atlanta, Jones in a 2-guard. Splitter is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Bazemore at the 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta. They were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Jones against Waiters. To the paint. Here's Scott. And that one is hammered home.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Westbrook, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Now, here's Schroeder. He's covered by Westbrook, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Collison's out there. They set the pick. Pass to Durant from outside the arc. And Jones pulls it down.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciates it.
He feeds it to Bazemore. Here's Splitter. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Splitter's got 6 points.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
The baseline jam. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Scott. On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Cantor. The kick out to Scott. He dishes it to Schroeder. Rejected by Collison. Durant. And we're through the...
Well, Kevin, obviously...
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. We were able to throw off their offensive rhythm with good ball pressure and heads up deep. Let's keep picking their pockets and jumping in those passing lanes. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. We know we can take their best punches and hang with them. Now it's time to hit them with everything we got and see how they handle it.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Their biggest problem is dealing with Westbrook. He's got 10 points. And he's...
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Cantor is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Payne out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Waiters in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Kicks it to Payne. Fires for 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
6 on the shot clock. Jones, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Both good from the line that time. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Bazemore. He's guarded by Waiters. Atlanta again missing.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Good.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Schroeder up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Schroeder passes to Scott. Jones drives in, and it's blocked. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Puts up the baby hook, and Splitter pulls it down.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Oklahoma City's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit of...
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
Good try.
in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Schroeder kicks to Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. Here's Westbrook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly.
Thunder making a switch here. Robertson's checked in. And then for Atlanta, Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Jones comes in for Teague. And it's Heinrich in for Dennis Schroeder.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kevin Durant. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
On the court right now for the Hawks, Jones, he's in a shooting range. Shot is out there with Splitter. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Heinrich in at the point.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Now here's Payne. The feed to Collison. So no problem for Oklahoma City is
Kevin, what?
The 2K Sports post-game show.